Hey guys,
Hey everyone.
and welcome back to One Couple
Two Cultures.
and episode
8.
8. Wow, we're getting pretty
I
far
love
along.
This.
And today we have part 2 of our culture shocks.
Yes.
Sabrina going to Germany, me going to the US.
Yeah. And
And
since I started last time, why don't you start this time?
why, thank you. That is
You're
very
very
nice of
welcome.
you. All right, I am starting with small talk.
You are the worst at small talk.
I am the worst at small talk. Well, okay, that is my big culture shock coming to the US and LA especially, although that's also a very southern thing, I think.
I think
like
so
the
too.
south
Yeah.
of the US.
It's just
well-
the whole US.
Sure. Well, when I came here, I was not prepared for the amount of small talk that I needed to make with people
Yeah.
everywhere. Like everywhere. People are so, which is nice. People
It
are,
is really nice.
well, I'd say there's a fine line between it is very nice and it is very just polite, but they're not actually interested at all.
yeah, but they're still being polite.
Yes, that is true. It is still polite.
Exactly.
But be prepared anywhere. It's like supermarket. You're in line. In Germany, it's just like,
I know, it's so quiet.
it is. And in the US, it's like they're chatting you up the entire time. It's like, oh, how was your day? What did you have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Tell me your life story. When did you come to the US? So how do you like it here? What's going on? It's like
Yeah, but okay.
so prepared for so many. It is
Yeah.
nice.
No. I was going to say, especially because you come from Germany.
Yes.
People like to make more small talk with you because it's like, what brought you to the U.S.?
Sure. But it's like everywhere. You go in an Uber. It's like you're talking
Yeah.
the entire time. Like I was not prepared for that.
No.
I was not prepared for, like, it is very nice and it's very polite, but it's just I was not prepared for that at all. I got better at it.
You got a lot better.
And I got to say it's something, and I know my mom said that when she met you for the first time. It's something that US kids also kind of get taught
Yeah?
and Germans don't.
No.
And I'm terrible at small talk.
Yes.
And it really helps you out later on in the business world in some sense, I think, because one thing that you do at parties is small talk, and I'm terrible at it. So it's just like, it's a good skill to have.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, let's say in Germany, if somebody starts talking to you and it's actually interested, good chance they're going to become your friends and they're for real. In, the US or LA, if somebody starts talking to you and asks you like personal questions, they're never going to see you again.
No, but that's okay. At least you
You're
had
never
a
gonna
friendly
see them again.
conversation with a random stranger and then you go on with your day. You had a nice
I guess.
day.
I mean, us poor Germans, it makes us very insecure because I think that person likes me and I might want to see them again. And then I don't,
It's fine.
But yeah, it happens. So definitely small talk was something that I had to get used to. And that was something new that you get chatted up anywhere you go.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's nice. You get used to it and it's very friendly. It puts you in a good mood very often.
Yeah, it
But
does.
definitely something new for me.
I can understand that. Especially because it's overwhelming. Especially because if you don't small talk all the time at all,
Yeah.
it's overwhelming.
What about you?
Okay, for me it was walking everywhere. You guys walk everywhere, and I'm like, why?
Hey, we take our bikes sometimes.
Okay, but the bike is better than walking, in my opinion, because you're still like, it's not like an active activity where you gotta like move your feet. Yeah, you gotta like move your feet. And okay, wait.
Have you ever biked before?
Yes. Wait.
What do you bike with? Your arms? I don't know,
Stop.
your head? I don't know how that goes.
You know what I mean.
Sure.
You know what I mean. I mean, like, yeah, you walk everywhere. And especially like when I first came to you guys, your mom was like, oh, it's just like a 30-minute walk. I go, what? What do you mean a 30-minute
Yeah, the word
walk?
just and 30-minute walk
Don't go together.
didn't work together in your head.
I go, okay, fine. Then I will take my car and I'll meet you there in like 25 minutes because it'll take me 5.
So lazy.
But what do you want me to tell you? I don't want to walk. I don't like walking.
So lazy.
Especially when you guys said you like to hike. That was like the death sentence
That's
for
the same
me.
with hiking. Germans
Hell
hike
no.
and walk for fun. That's like, yeah.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen those memes on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, like Germans like, oh, it's just a 6-hour hike. It's going to be fun. That's
No.
true. That is very true.
It's not fun.
Listen, you enjoyed walking sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes when it's flat. It's never flat. It's
We
always
walked in the
uphill.
Netherlands. It's all flat.
We don't walk in the Netherlands. We bike in the Netherlands.
Fair.
That we do. We bike in the
But
Netherlands.
I miss that sometimes here.
Look, I can understand that.
Because you can't walk anywhere.
No, you can't walk anywhere here. Especially also New York. You can't, like, New York City, yes. But not where, like, Westchester County. Sorry, you can't walk anywhere in Westchester. You got to take your car. But that's how I grew up. I grew up with a car, you know, or like a bus taking me to school. You grew up walking to school. You know,
bike to school.
Oh,
Which is not active at all. You know, I don't use my feet for that.
Shut up.
I just like put my feet up and just let the bike do the work.
Actually, you like bike with no hands sometimes, and it gives me so much anxiety. I'm just like, put 2 hands on the bike.
Sure.
All right, what's your next thing?
Okay, my next thing were the big portions.
Yeah,
But like anywhere you go,
I can.
I have that
understand
story from my mom who, you know, they moved to Chicago when I was like 3 months old for a little bit because my dad was studying there. And when she was going to the movie, she loves popcorn. So she was like, I'll have your biggest popcorn that you have. Please, the biggest size.
Popcorn.
Popcorn that you have. Yeah, that's how she says it.
Yeah.
The biggest popcorn that
Sure.
you have. And they were like, are you sure? And she's like, yes, I eat a lot of popcorn. They gave her a bucket.
Yeah, it's a bucket.
In Germany, it's like the biggest size is like this big. That's
Yeah.
like the smallest size in the U.S.
No,
And they
it's
gave
true.
she got a bucket and she's like, oh, I might have like overestimated my hunger. And that's like with everything, anywhere you go.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Like the size of portions, but also the size of everything. Supermarkets, huge. You know, parking spots. It's like you can you can park a tank in there. Which, to be fair, most cars in the U.S. are tanks.
They're big.
You know,
they're definitely
they're
bigger than
huge.
Germany. Yeah.
And like the food portions when you go to a restaurant, everything. Like the drink,
Yeah.
like you go to 7-Eleven, you get one of those slushies that, you know, I don't know who likes that, but whatever.
A lot of people like that.
They're like this big.
Yeah, they're huge.
It's like
They're
enough sugar
definitely huge.
for 7 days.
Fair.
The only thing that's
Fair.
small are water bottles. It's like, come on.
That's
But
bad.
no, the portions are size. The size of the portions, the size of everything is huge.
It's true. It's like go
Which-
to Costco and you know those types of places.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
Which, to be fair, one
big.
thing I like about the U.S. a lot, which is also a culture shock, anywhere you go to eat, you can take your food home.
Oh, that's right.
Which is something I like, which in Germany you don't really do. One,
That's
because
fair,
portions
yeah.
are small, so you finish them.
Yeah.
But also because, I don't know, it's just not a thing. And
Yeah, I know
that
it's
I
not.
like, you know, because I don't eat all that. So I take it
No.
home, I eat it the next day for lunch.
Absolutely.
So I do like that, because at least you get your money's worth in the end, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's nice. So,
Especially if you eat it, because I know sometimes like you take it home and you forget about it and blah blah
Yeah.
blah. But if you eat it the next day, it's definitely your money's worth.
yeah, but that was definitely like a shock for me. Just
Yeah.
the size of everything, you know. Also cars, you know, you drive a normal sized car here, you're looking left and right and you feel like you're in
know.
like a bumper car.
I know.
You're just like, oh no, this is dangerous.
It's huge.
It's
It's funny
crazy.
because I remember the first time ever I heard your mom say how long her car is and how tall, and I'm just like, you measured your car? And especially because in Germany you need it's small parking spots.
Oh yes.
So that's
A lot
why
of the-
you have to know like the size measurement of your car.
A lot of the U.S. drivers would never fit in. You know the parking lots in
No.
Tübingen where my parents live now? They're tiny.
tiny.
You can barely even turn your car in
I
there.
know. When we went back for the first
You
time
got
for a
anxiety.
while. Oh, I get so much. I have to get out of the car and be like, you drive. I'm not doing it. But after for a while, when we went back to Germany, you that was also for you a little.
I got
like,
nervous.
Whoa.
Because like parking spots in the U.S., I'm like, you don't even have to like. You don't even. I know at the beginning, I still always did
Yeah.
the thing like parking, going back and straight. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that I
You
have
don't
enough
need to.
enough space for 2 cars. I could just drive in right away.
Yeah, it's like a 3-point turn just to park in Germany.
What about you for the next one?
Okay, here's one. Toasts. When you toast, like when
burn toast?
no,
Like whole wheat
no,
toast?
dum dum. I meant like ching, like clink.
Oh, the ching ching.
The like
cling cling.
when you're like toasting, like,
Yeah, it's
like
it's
toasting
a
at the
toast. I think
table.
you're using the right word.
I am using the right word. You're making me self-conscious about this. No, when you toast, you have to look at them in the eyes
Yes, there are certain toast rules.
because then you get 7 years of bad sex. Am I correct?
Yes. You are correct. That is a deadly punishment. So everyone's doing it. If you ever clink in a German household, one, don't cross.
Don't cross. That was the other one. Yeah.
Don't cross. And always when the glasses touch, you gotta look each other in the eyes.
It's so funny because like when you came to our family, obviously like we don't look at each other in the eyes. We just like all go in one and then like ching, that's it. We all look at the glasses. We don't look at each other. But you like wait and you go one by one and across the table.
Listen, I'm not risking that. There's certain things in life you do not risk. That is one of them.
That's really funny.
So yes, we have it.
That was definitely interesting for me because it took a while for me to connect the dots and be like, why are you staring at me? Like,
yeah. And now your family knows. So
now my family knows. They
like,
wait.
Oh, Constantine?
It's true. They wait
like
now. They wait.
It's funny. It makes the toast more special, I feel
And
like.
I feel like that too, especially if you have like the one outsider. You.
Why, thanks.
You're welcome. What's your next one?
My next one would be something that I absolutely hate. That was a culture shock.
Oh, jeez. What?
Which was the air conditioning everywhere.
What
and
do you
blast.
have against air conditioning?
Okay, so
I
a little
love
background
air
for
conditioning.
the American people that don't know. There's not really air conditioning in Germany. You know, obviously in stores and stuff, they do have air conditioning, mostly. But like at home when I grew up, we didn't have air conditioning. We had a heater, but in summer you just sweat. Or you do something very typical German, which is lüften, which is you open all windows for a little bit, let the fresh air come in, then you close them again, and then it's nice and cold inside.
First of all, if it's hot as hell outside, there's no way if you're opening up the windows, it's going to get cooler in the house.
Of course.
No, because there's no
simple
wind.
Physics.
No.
There doesn't need to be wind. You just circle the air so that it gets
I
a
don't
little...
think so.
'cause
It's too
inside
hot.
It's always hotter.
Your mom will agree with me. I think she's the only German I've ever met that will agree with me and be like, I'm hot and
now,
I need AC.
because she starts sweating now, you know, so whatever. My point is, so it's just the AC kills me. And it's just, it's because it can be like summer and it's like, it's LA, it's hot. It's like 90, 100 degrees outside. And then you walk into a store and it's like, they cool it down to 55.
Do you know how nice it is when you're just dying of heat outside?
You know how terrible it is for your health?
Not my problem.
You got to pop a lot of Advils for that one. A lot.
Well, you know what? It's really nice. It cools me down. I'm not complaining.
I hate it. I always get sick because it's just the difference is too, like in Germany, you grew up, they tell you, you know, when it's outside, the car should be like 3 degrees colder. You know, because otherwise it's bad for your heart. It's bad for your health. You get a cold. It's not good.
I love my health.
So the AC,
but
and listen, her mom,
okay,
her mom
Yeah,
keeps the house during the summer. Like we're in Germany in winter. It's freezing cold. I have to have like 3 jackets on in summer inside the house to just not freeze to death.
Granted, I'll give you it. I slept with pajama pants and socks all year round.
What's the necessity for
That's
that?
cold. It's cold. Ma, you keep it really damn cold in the house. But like, and it's funny. Everyone knows when they come over to like bring jackets.
Bring plenty
and
of
she won't
jackets.
even hide it. She's like, yeah, put on a jacket.
All right.
And then she'll be like, I'm hot. And I'm like, wow, okay. Like, at
Hey,
least
you
I'm
can
not
always
that
lower
bad.
it to 45.
I'm not that bad. But like, no, I don't know. I don't know
We
what to
had
tell
to
you.
strike. We had to strike a deal over the thermostat. It's like if it doesn't reach over 75 degrees, we're not turning on the AC.
Yeah, it's.
And first we try lüften, and if that doesn't work, then we turn on the AC.
Let me tell you, it's like 75, 73 right now, and I'm already sweating.
I'm perfectly fine.
No, I'm sweating.
I'm kind of cold.
You know what? That's your problem. Put on a jacket.
Hey, oh yeah, no, that's not going on. So that was definitely something that was just a shock for me because it's just too cold. It's just too cold. I get sick
Look,
every time.
I can understand.
Like,
you do
enjoy
get
the summer. I live in LA. I came here for the heat. I want the heat.
Yeah, but if it's freaking hot outside, I don't want to sit here in my own sweat. No, thank you.
You can always take clothes off. That's all good.
No. I'd rather freeze, especially at night. Especially at night.
But in LA, it gets cold at night.
Okay, this year is like the first year it got cold at night.
Not really.
Yes, really. Yes, really. Even you have to admit, yes, really.
All right, let's move to your last one. We got to move along.
Okay, I have a funny one. Recycling is like a massive deal for you guys. Granted, very important for the environment. It's, I support it. But like, there's times where it's a lot.
It's strict.
It's a lot and I don't get it. Like,
You're in Germany. There's rules for everything.
there's rules for everything. But like, can I just say that this was the first year. I've been to Germany many times since I met you. This year was the first year your mom just told me there's separate garbage cans for white bottles and green bottles.
Yeah.
And I
They
go,
have to be recycled differently.
I go, what? And she was like, yeah, this one says green bottles. This one says white bottles. And we were in a park. And I'm like, what the heck is the difference? She was like, yeah, well, wine bottles are normally green. I'm like, what? Oh, no, there's also a brown bottle. There's also brown. I forgot about brown.
Yes.
I'm like, what? This is too confusing. I go, do I have to hold up a glass bottle to the light to see if it's green, brown, or white?
All right, you're
like, I don't get
overreacting
it.
a little bit.
No, I swear to God. Because then we went home and I'm like, what? Like, I didn't know that there's a difference. And she was like, yeah. And so she whipped out a couple glasses and like glass like for, anything.
Yogurt or...
Yogurt, exactly. So, oh yeah, if it's clear like yogurt over there, it's, white. If it's wine bottles, it's green apparently. If it's like something else, I think it's like oil bottles, it's brown. And I'm like, what? That makes no sense to me. Like, why do you isn't it all just glass go in the same spot?
No.
And you guys compost.
Yeah.
It's like a regimen.
Yeah, there's a whole regimen of where you put what kind of trash.
Sorry, that was a long
need,
rant
like-
on that
no,
one.
you
But
need, like,
like,
8
I was
trash cans.
massively confused. Yeah.
I get it. But I'm confused over here because they say they recycle and then it lands all in the same spot.
Yeah, but that I don't agree with.
Like, what the...
I'm upset with that one.
Like, that's just... Why even try?
I get that.
And plus, there's some plus sides to Germany. Recycling.
Oh yeah, you actually go, and if you have like water bottles, these like big water bottles, you go to the supermarket, you put them in this like machine, and it's funny, it's like a little scanner. You put the bottle in, it like sucks it in and like scans the thing, and you get money out of that, and you use it for the supermarket.
Yeah. And you get quite a bit.
You do get quite a bit.
Now, question for the $100. How do you call that?
The what?
How do you call that? The money back getting. I told it to you once.
I don't know.
It's called fund.
A fund?
Not a... Fund.
Fund. It
Yeah.
sounds like fund.
It's not.
F-U-N-D. How do you spell this?
P-F-A-N-D.
Fund. Fund.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's worth it. You get a lot of money back.
Look, it is worth it.
And
I
it-
agree with that.
Encourages you to recycle.
I agree with that. No, that's fair. I can, I don't know. Let me go put a couple bottles in there and I'll just get $5 for like a chocolate.
$5 for a chocolate.
€5.
You're on U.S. prices right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, I'm on
Hold on a
US
second.
prices.
For €5, you can get like 2 croissants, 3 chocolates, and like a sandwich.
Not a sandwich.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You can get like 3 chocolates.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Sure.
All right, we're stopping here. We got to go have a fight and look up prices to check out how much we can get for €5.
I think we're going to end this right here on this one.
That's a good one. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening to episode 8.
Thank you so much, guys.
Again, please let us know some of your culture shocks.
How many
And-
ors do you want to say in this one?
Hey, I don't know. Maybe
or
there's a couple coming.
this or that.
Or how many chocolates you can get for €5
Oh,
in
yeah.
Germany.
Yes. Or in your country, how many chocolates can you get for €5?
Please let us know, and we'll see you next episode.
Bye, guys.